Hey there, thanks for clicking this video. My name is Anthony Romano, and in this video I'm going to tell you how to avoid the keto flu and also why you don't have to worry about getting the keto flu except for a very small minority of people. So, if you click this video, you're probably concerned about the keto flu. So, there's some good news, and this will probably be a sigh of relief for you, but the keto flu is very rare. And not only is it rare, but it's actually not technically a keto flu. It's a sugar flu. It's a result of your body's withdrawal from sugar. And if you're somebody who eats carbohydrates, like most humans, then on some level, your body is probably addicted to sugar. Even if this is nothing that I'm saying you're an addict, but the point is that if you're eating carbs on a regular basis, like we all do, we inherently get our bodies used to consuming sugar. Doesn't matter if you're eating oats and apples, if you're eating very clean sources of carbs, doesn't matter how natural they are, it'll turn into sugar in your blood, and there's nothing wrong with that, but the point is that your body will have some withdrawal symptoms if you are seriously addicted to sugar. If you're seriously eating junk food on a regular basis, then yeah, you are addicted to sugar, and at the end of the day, it's nothing to be ashamed of. It's just something that you would have to anticipate. So when it comes to the majority of the general public, most people will not have keto flu symptoms. They will only have hunger on the first few days, maybe a bit of fatigue from the lack of blood sugar spikes giving you energy, and in general maybe a bit cranky from the first few days of not having sugar. That's it. And there's one very easy fix to this. The easy fix, and maybe this is what's holding you back from starting keto, the easy fix is that for the first few days, eat as much keto food as you want, as long as it's from keto food, as long as it's protein or fat. There, you won't have to worry about actually adding fat because of the lack of calorie restriction, because fat and protein are very low insulin index foods. They spike your insulin in very, very small ways, unlike carbohydrates. And insulin is the hormone that makes your body store fat. So you don't need to worry about eating too much food the first couple days. As long as it's keto food, you're fine. And this will basically get rid of all the negative side effects of the keto flu, or as I call the sugar flu. So that's the first batch of problems, right? Just the lack of having sugar, right? So you'll get over those within a couple days. It takes 3 days to enter ketosis. And after those first 3 days, you won't have any hunger. You probably won't be too tired. But anything you'll experience that's reminiscent of a keto flu at this point is just a result of hydration. So you may have seen other videos or sources on the internet that talk about your kidneys are going to be filling your body with sodium and salt at this point. They're going to be dumping salt into your body. And here's the deal. When you're not consuming carbs, your body's going to get rid of the excess sodium. And you're also not going to be retaining water through the carbohydrates because you're not eating them anymore. So you're not going to be retaining as much water, right? All you have to do to fix this problem is simply hydrate more and get more electrolytes. So don't be afraid of salt. Don't be afraid of sodium. Get more healthy salt, so real salt and not like garbage table salt, like some pink Himalayan or something. And consume electrolyte beverages without sugar in them. Just pure like zero Gatorade, right? If there's 0-calorie Gatorade, you can go to supplement stores and get electrolyte drinks. So that will effectively get rid of all the other problems you would have with the keto flu, because the only other batch of problems after you get over the, blood sugar isn't being consumed and spiked, right? After those first 3 days, the only other symptoms you would have would be symptoms of dehydration. So there, all you have to do, drink enough water, have enough electrolytes, and you've set yourself up to have a 100% chance of no keto flu. Here's the deal. There is 1% of people who actually may have a keto flu at this point, and this is people who are truly, truly addicted to sugar. So if you're somebody who's very overweight, or you have a problem with junk food a lot, then yeah, you probably will have a bit more of a reaction to the lack of sugar. So that first batch of problems that are related to not eating carbs might just draw on a couple days longer for you, or for the first week. And basically, The only solution to this, and the one that I actually feel really addresses the problem, is simply eating as much food as you want. Every time you're hungry, eat food as long as it's keto food. From there, after you're adapted for a week or two, then you can start counting calories if you truly want to. But the beauty of it is you actually don't have to count calories until you've hit a plateau on this diet, which typically doesn't happen until several months in, depending on how much fat you have to lose. So in general, you don't even have to count calories unless you're trying to hit a deadline on this diet, like a vacation or a show prep, right? If you're doing one of those, count calories. But in general, keto flu shouldn't be a concern for you. The only thing you should do, regardless of if you're addicted to sugar severely or not, is consume enough water and electrolytes. And on the first few days, when you're trying to adapt, eat enough calories and get your body to eat food whenever you're hungry, because this will basically help your body cope with the fact that its blood sugar isn't being spiked every few hours by eating enough food to the point where, your body's still getting its hunger fix every time you're having those blood sugar spikes, or your body's anticipating a blood sugar spike of when you would typically eat. So you might even notice that you tend to get hungry around the same times every day. So let's say you always eat at noon for lunch, right? Day 2 or 3 on the keto, you might find yourself instinctively just getting hungry around that time. And although you don't have to be, ashamed of acting like sugar is an addiction in that sense, you just have to realize that it's a physical thing that your body is going to crave. So after you realize that your body's just going to crave it, all you have to do is just eat some food as long as it's keto. And after the first 3 days, your intensity of cravings will really go down and you have nothing to worry about. From there, your appetite's going to be way more manageable, your energy is going to be way more stable and smooth, and your brain power is going to be even more smooth. So overall, don't concern yourself about the keto flu because it's very, very rare unless you're severely addicted to sugar. And as long as you take the adequate precautions of hydrating and getting enough salt and sodium, you should be totally, totally fine. I've had very few people ever complain about the sugar flu, the keto flu, and the only ones who did were those who didn't actually drink enough water and hydrate with electrolytes, and only in people who are severely addicted to sugar, having Twinkies every few hours. That's it. So from there, you have nothing to worry about, and hopefully this video gave you some relief and some clarity on the keto flu, aka the sugar flu. So ask me a comment, leave me a question, flip those around, whatever. Leave me a question. I'll get back to you. I'll get back to everybody. And overall, if you like this video, subscribe to my page, click the little notification bell. Thank you for watching. My name is Anthony Romano. Peace.